Dear students, in this lesson we are going to study examples of mate on the back rank. This is our first position with white to play. White can't checkmate black by moving his rook to e8 because black queen is controlling e8 square. Black queen on d8 is also supporting his rook on c7 and black rook is attacked by white queen. So how about queen takes rook? Now black has lost his rook. If black captures white queen, he will lose control over e8 square. So rook e8 leads to a checkmate. This is mate on the back rank. This is our next position. This is actually black to play. So let's study this position from black side. Rook e1 looks attractive, but rook e1 actually doesn't win. After rook e1, if he takes your rook with his rook, for example, you can capture queen takes d2 check, and after he moves his king to b1, you have queen takes rook checkmate. Also after rook e1, if he takes with the bishop, you have queen takes d1 checkmate. But white has a defense. He is not forced to take your rook. He can move his rook to d3, blocking your queen. So it won't work. Black has a better move actually. He can start with queen takes d2 check. Because this is a check, white has to take black queen. He can't take with king because queen is supported by rook on d8. He has to capture with his rook. And then rook e1 check, rook goes back, and then both black rooks are attacking white rook on d1. So you can just take the rook with checkmate. This is white to play and win. This is similar to the previous example. You have to start with queen takes f7 check. He has to take with the rook. If he moves his king to the corner, queen takes rook will be a checkmate. So rook takes f7, rook d8 check. He has to move his rook back, and then you can take his rook with one of your rooks. It will lead to a checkmate. This is white to play and win. White has a brilliant move. He can capture queen takes f7 with a check. Black has to take white queen with the rook. There is no other move possible. So rook takes f7. Now black rook is pinned by white bishop on b3. So black can't move his rook. After rook 8 check, black can't move his rook back to f8 because his rook is pinned. So he has to move his queen to d8. That is the only legal move. But then rook takes queen leads to a checkmate. This is very easy. This is white to play and win. You can force black king to the back rank by moving your pawn to g6 with a check. Black has to move his king to g8 or h8, and then you can checkmate him on the back rank. This is also white to play and win. Can you see a checkmate? You can actually start with knight b7 check. Black has to move his king to e8. That is the only place for black king. And then you can checkmate him on the back rank. This is black to play. You can actually capture the only defender of white's back rank. Queen takes f1 check. He has to take your queen, and then you can checkmate him. This is slightly more complicated than the previous positions. This is white to play and win. Can you see how white can win this position? Queen takes f6 check. If black moves his king to g8, queen g7 would be a checkmate. So black captures, rook takes queen, and then you can take your rook to the back rank with a check, forcing black to move his rook to f8, and then rook takes f8 would be a checkmate because your knight controls g7 square. This is white to play. White can win a free rook with queen takes a8. Now white has an extra rook. If black captures, rook takes queen, rook d8 check, black has to take with his rook, and then rook takes rook will be a checkmate. So this is our last position with mate on the back rank. This is white to play. Black is actually threatening mate with queen g2 because his queen is supported by bishop on b7. Before he checkmates you, you have to checkmate him. You can start with rook 8 check. Black has to take with his bishop, and then he will lose control over c8 square. So queen c8 leads to a checkmate. So that's all for today. Goodbye.